believe, but we're almost halfway through the 2019 high school football regular season. Welcome inside the Friday Night Blitz, San Antonio's only 30-minute high school football show. Week 5 means teams are full steam ahead into district play, with each game becoming more and more crucial for postseason positioning. We'll take you to 10 different games in South Texas tonight, starting with the Battle of the Unbeaten. 2 undefeated teams set the stage for our game of the week. The second-ranked Brandeis Broncos, third-ranked Brennan Bears. Brennan off to their best start in 5 years. Both teams giving out flags for military appreciation game ahead of kickoff. Brennan backup cornerback David Valera gets the start tonight, looking good early on. Connects with Darion Tollfree, running free. 49 yards later, gets the Bears on the board 7-0. Broncos, though, kick back right away. Jay Nova Rangel punches this one in from 2 yards out, tying up the ball game 7-all. Then, beginning of the second, Jordan battling his way through, dives into the end zone, giving the Broncos the lead. Brennan tries to answer back. Valera goes back to pass, but it's tipped, and Jalen Rainey takes it back inside the 20 for the INT. Broncos' Corian Holmes takes care of the rest. 21-7 Broncos. Then battles again, this time to Rangel weaving his way in and out of traffic. 58 yards all the way to the house. Brandeis goes on to win this one 51-16. Marcus Floyd standing by with the star of the game.
Back out here at Fair Stadium, the Brandeis Broncos just win 51-16. I'm joined by victorious quarterback Jordan Battles. Jordan, what was going well for this team tonight?
You know, our team, we came out here, started fast. We were clicking on all cylinders all game. I think that's what pushed us forward to this W.
Now, you guys got a 51 big points, but what about the defense? They stepped up tonight for you guys too, didn't they?
Our defense stepped up and they played big and put a shutout out there. That was the way to play like a Brandeis football defense.
Now, what about Corian? Corian really stepped up for you guys too, didn't he?
I mean, Corian, he's a man amongst boys. You know, he's hard to take down when he's running straight downhill.
Now, what did this game mean to you guys? I mean, Brandeis and Brennan has always kind of been a bit of a rivalry. What did this game mean for you guys?
This game meant a lot, and I honestly believe that it kind of springboarded us to continue through to the rest of the season.
Now, talk about the rest of the season. You guys go 5-0, but does this record really mean anything right now?
Honestly, we're just focused on the next game, and that's O'Connor.
Now, that's a big game next week. I mean, are you already mentally preparing for that game?
We're already mentally preparing, you know, we're getting ready to play those guys. Like, they're going to come out here and play hard. It's a rivalry game, biggest rivalry in the state of Texas. So, you know, We're going to be ready.
In the state of Texas?
In the state of Texas, biggest rivalry.
Now, Jordan, what are you going to have to do to keep this team moving the way that they're moving right now and focused on the prize? Just
my leadership. I got to make sure I keep my leadership up, make sure my teammates all stay as one, and we keep playing as a unit.
Now, Jordan just told me that the lights were bright, but I had to tell him that he's got to get ready for that because this kid has a bright future. Hey, back to you guys in the studio.
Marcus, thank you. We'll check back in with him later in the show. But first, another top district matchup this weekend featuring the Clemens Buffaloes and the 5th-ranked Steele Knights. Steele looking to rebound from their close loss to top-ranked Judson last week. Knights, though, have won 9 straight against the Buffaloes, trying to make it 10 in a row. But it's the Buffaloes who get it going in the first. Handoff to Amari Williams with a first down and then some. Then, same drive, Clemens keeps on moving downfield, this time through the air. Quarterback Max DiDomenico connects with Caleb Thigpen for another first down, which brings us to the second. DiDomenico keeps it for himself, finishes the job, 7-0 Buffaloes lead. Clemens defense coming out hot as well. Bryce Taylor with the INT, which would later lead to another Buffaloes touchdown, but then it's Steele's turn. Quarterback Wyatt Beagle throws a dart to Darian McKnight. McKnight takes care of the rest. All the way down the sideline into the end zone. Knights are on the board. However, it's the Buffaloes that run away with this one, 28-23, that final. Now, sticking in District 26-6A, top-ranked team in our Friday Night Blitz Power Rankings, undefeated Judson taking on the San Marcos Rattlers. San Marcos with a bad snap. Luckily, Rattlers recover the ball. Still in the first, Rattlers again this time. Quarterback Alex Garcia hits receiver Tyke Magid for the score. San Marcos with the first points of the game, but Rockets start to take off. Running back DeAnthony Lewis does what he does best. Turns the corner and he is gone. No one can even touch him. Judson ties the game up just like that. Then Rockets quarterback Mike Chandler, fake pass, takes off running for another Rockets touchdown. Judson goes on to win this one 62-14 over San Marcos. How about Bernie champion Chargers hosting the Medina Valley Panthers? First quarter action, Chargers quarterback Luke Boyers hands it off to Tamari Jenkins. Jenkins with a clear path right up the middle. Chargers up 7-0. Now, Panthers ball. Quarterback Charles Marsh looking to make something happen. Feeling the pressure, gets rid of it, but it's picked off by Chargers' Josh Kidder to end the first quarter. Bernie champion not done charging yet. Little more momentum on their side. Less than 2 minutes in the second quarter, Boyer's scrambling. And even our cameraman loses him for a second, but just wait, don't worry, he finds Davis Pike, wide open. Pike carries it across the end zone. Chargers extend their lead 14-0. Bernie champion with a big win 34-17 over Medina Valley. Let's head over to the Blossom now, where the Mavericks taking on the Rough Riders. Roosevelt coming in undefeated, eyeing their first playoff berth since 2012, but Madison is the defending champ and has won 8 of the last 9 against their rivals. First drive, Madison ball. Madison running back Gabriel Green gets it going a little bit, takes the rock, punches it in for the 1-yard score. Mavs with a quick 7-0 lead. Then Mavs on the move again. This time running back Darian Gill gets the handoff, picks up the Madison first down, tiptoeing down that sideline. Gill will then finish the job a little later. Madison touchdown, make that 14-0 Mavs. Roosevelt, though, answers the next possession. Direct snap to our player of the week, Rashad Owens. Owens punches it in himself. Rough Riders on the board, but it's going to be the Mavericks that come on top, 37-17 that final. Now, quick look at some other games in action this week. East Central Hornets pull away with a 4-point win over New Braunfels Unicorns. Heartland Hawks fly away with a big one over the McCollum Cowboys, 49-0. Sam Houston Hurricanes get shut out by the Lanier Vokes. And John Jay Mustangs run away with a big one over the Holmes Huskies, 48-0. All right, let's keep the action going. District 27 6A showdown between the Reagan Rattlers, Churchill Chargers. Reagan has won the last 12 straight in this series, looking to make it 13 in a row. Chargers quarterback Corson Hastings, plenty of time, fires one to Christian Smith for the first down, and then some. Churchill keeps on charging. Hastings this time. Handoff to running back David Resentes. Resentes, though, gets tackled for a loss of 2 yards. Rattlers now with a chance to strike. Quarterback Lance Lorenz hands it off to Carson Green. Green pushing his way through the defense. Reagan would eventually run away with this one 23-7. Well, we are just getting started here. Stay with us. Coming up after the break, our Friday Night Blitz football coverage continues. Much more highlights from Week 5 all around South Texas. Plus, how about we introduce you to this week's Player of the Week when we return? Stay with us. Blitz is back. Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. The Wagner Thunderbirds are once again off to a hot start this season. In fact, the T-Birds have played in 11 straight games where they've scored at least 35 points. Talk about a high-flying offense for those Thunderbirds. Wagner's only loss this season coming from non-conference rival Judson earlier in the year. This weekend, though, Wagner taking on the Edison Golden Bears. Thunderbirds taking off right away. Running back Jordan Patterson right through the defense, down the sideline. No one even comes close to touching him. 36-yard touchdown run. Make that a 6-0 Wagner lead. Then T-Birds keep it going. This time LJ Butler bulldozing his way in from 10 yards out. And now T-Birds go for 2. Mike Chandler rolls right, hits Jordan Patterson. Patterson almost gets stopped short but tumbles past the goal line. Thunderbirds with one more score before the break. This time the option slot receiver Jarrell Brown. Brown takes it all the way. Thunderbirds win 76-0. Huge win. Switching over to District 14-5A, Kerrville Tivy Antlers taking on the Kennedy Rockets. Kennedy still looking for that first win of the season, but Tivy not making it easy. Kennedy tries some trickery on third down, but Tivy shuts it down, forces a punt. Colson Abel, the one to field the punt for the Antlers, and Abel looks to his right, reverses the field. Now he has nothing but blockers in front of him. Abel fights his way down inside the 10-yard line. Tivy back in business. Then on the Antlers' first offensive play of the game, Cole Myers fires this one middle, right into the hands of Frank Molina. Touchdown. Tybee Antlers take a 7-0 lead less than 2 minutes into the contest. Then the trend continues throughout the night. 48-7 win for Tybee, who wins their 4th straight game. All right, let's keep it going. Tennis Cowboys taking on the TMI Panthers. Early on, Panthers with a poor snap, and Cowboys with the scoop and score the ball. Takes it all the way down the field, doesn't get to the end zone, but he gets around 35 yards. There we go. Cowboys then capitalize on the turnover right away. Flea flicker pass to Luke Langfield just as the sun's going down. A nice shot. Then Cowboys quarterback Jonah Perez hands it to Dalen Gonzalez. Gonzalez goes the distance for the touchdown. Cowboys lead 14-0 after that. They'd go on to win this one 35-10, that final. All right, here on the Friday Night Blitz, we love celebrating our local athletes, and to help us shine a spotlight on our individual athletes, we teamed up with the United States Air Force to celebrate and honor one athlete each week of the season. Here's our Player of the Week, brought to you by U.S. Air Force Recruiting and AFFCU.
Okay, guys, this has to be one of my favorite parts of the week. We get to come out and we get to name the Air Force and Air Force Federal Credit Union Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week. Now, just one little hint. He may be a Roosevelt Rough Rider. And our Air Force Federal Credit Union and Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week is Rashad Owens.
So what I'll say about Rashad is that this young man is making people better around him by the excellence in all that he does, right? He is then bringing people along with him, making the Rough Riders a better team as a whole.
He's a great kid. He's a true model of everything we want in our program. When you talk about team first and yourself second, this kid exemplifies all of those qualities, and he leads by example, and that's the kind of guy you want in your program.
Because I feel like everything that I do and that I do in the classroom, it has to do with on the field. And if I be a leader in the classroom, I'm sure that others will see that and then they will want to do the same.
When you go out to that game and you see with your own 2 eyes a player that should be nominated for the Air Force and Air Force Federal Credit Union Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week, let us know at sportstonight.com. Nominate that player, and we'll see if that player will win next week. But for now, for Sports Tonight and for the Friday Night Blitz, I'm Marcus Floyd.
The Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week is brought to you by United States Air Force, Aim High, and Air Force Federal Credit Union, Integrity, Service, Excellence. Well, the Friday Night Blitz is far from over. We still have several more games to get to. Plus, how about we check in with Buffalo's head coach Jared Johnston for this week's Coaches Connection next. Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. We're not done with Week 5 just yet. Still have one more game to get to, so how about we head out to the Dragons Lair. Southwest High School hosting rivals Southwest Legacy Titans. A District 14 5A showdown. Game tied at 14 late in the second. Dragons with the ball. 3rd down. Matthew Luna rolls out, lets it fly. Angel Carrillo comes down with the catch. Beautiful catch. Still short of the 1st down, though. Dragons forced a punt. Then the Titans took to the ground. Jorge Pineda gets it started with a sweep to the left, cuts up the field, picks up the 1st down for Legacy. Now, Titans Marcus Cantu gets in on the action, takes the handoff, heads to his right. Nice gain, 7 on the play. And hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Pineda gets another sweep. This time coasts his way into the Titan 1st down. Legacy in Dragon territory, Titans facing 3rd and short. They stick to the ground and it pays off. Homer Flores heads up the middle, picks up the big 1st down, which would set things up for the Marcus Cantu touchdown. How about it? Titans didn't throw the ball entire drive, and that score gave Legacy a 21-14 lead at the half. The Titans go on to win a thriller 27-21 in overtime. Love it. Good one to end on. Well, it's been 20 years since Jared Johnson started his coaching career here in South Texas. First at Burbank, then at Steele, and now Clemens High School for the last 7 years. A former athlete himself, Johnston loves helping the young men on his team utilize sports to navigate through life, which is why he's our Coach's Connection, brought to you by San Antonio Express News.
I'm here with Coach Jared Johnson out at Clemens High School, and you know, Coach Johnson and I have a kind of a South Texas connection. I mean, Coach, where are you from again?
Orange Grove, Texas.
What, Orange Grove?
Yeah, down near Corpus Christi.
And see, I'm from Corpus Christi, so that's where we have that little South Texas connection, you know. But hey, now we're up in the big city of San Antonio, and you're out here in Church. Coach, what has it been like being out here and being the coach out here, and the tradition you guys are kind of building?
Well, I tell you what, you know, when I took over the job, you know, it was they had so much tradition, and really, you know, when you take over a job for Coach Farrar and Coach Linoff, who the stadium's named after, you know, it comes with a lot of responsibility.
Now, most of you guys don't know that Coach Johnson was a super athlete back in the day at Orange Grove. What was your best sport back in the day, Coach?
Oh man, I got my school paid for to play football. I want to say I was the best in basketball, but went to state in triple jump. You know, really just, you know, I just loved athletics, and you know, what I try to get back to these kids is, if it wasn't for athletics, I don't think I'd be where I am today. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't even know if I would have finished college, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. I mean, the reason I got up every day and went to class is because I had to, because I wanted to play sports.
Yeah.
And that was the same in college. You know, I missed one class one morning, and they had me up at 5 o'clock in the morning running. Never missed another class for the rest of my time. You know, and I was able to get an education for free, and be able to do the things that I do, and that's why I do what I do. It's so I can help kids, if their dreams, and to be successful, and how to get up and how to go to work and do those things. And if it wasn't for athletics, you know, like I said, I wouldn't be here.
One last question. Your favorite musical artist and the song they sing?
Oh, man. I mean, you know, I'm going to be my collection of music, it goes from rap to rock to Tejano to country. I mean, you name it. I mean, I'll listen to George Strait, and the next song is Tupac. So
nice.
I mean,
that's nice. That's impressive.
That's
I like
the truth. That's the truth. I mean, it's, and then 2 songs later, it's Intucable. It's a Tejano band. You know, so yeah. I listen to everything. I really do. I love music. I really do. And so as far as a favorite, man, it's just really what depends on what mood I am, and really just what I just mix it up, and whatever comes on, comes on.
Jared Johnson, eclectic. He's on another level as far as music goes. That's the kind of thing you guys get on the Coach's Connection. That's the kind of thing you get on the Friday Night Blitz. Back to you guys in the studio.
The Friday Night Blitz will be back right after this. Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. We showed you the highlights of Brandeis' big win earlier in the show. Let's send you back out to our game of the week, where Marcus is standing by with a winning head coach.
I'm out here now with Coach Branson of the victorious Brandeis Broncos. Now you go to 5-0. What does this victory mean for this program?
It means a tremendous amount, just in the sense of where we are as a team this season, the progress that we've been trying to make. We've played well at times, we've sputtered at times as well, and to see our kids put it all together on a night where they knew it was so important, the playoff implications and the opponent that they've never beat, and to come out and have that confidence to play the game that they can play, it really says a lot about them. Proud of our kids.
Offensively, it was a big explosion, but what about defensively tonight?
You know, I think we've got a great defense. I think we've given up a lot of big plays this season that have kind of thwarted that feeling of having a defense that can really stand the test of time in the playoffs, but they showed what they're capable of tonight. Obviously, they were missing their quarterback, which that in itself has a lot to do with it, but they got a lot of weapons on offense, so I'm really proud of our guys on defense.
You guys go to 5-0, but I mean, does the record even matter right now?
1 week at a time, humble and hungry, and progress by getting better. That's what it's about.
5-0, big win in district, but the Brandeis Broncos, they have more work to do. Coach Ransom, thanks very much. Hey, back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you.
A lot of great games this weekend, including that game of the week, but we all know the high school football hype comes from the fans. Here's this week's Fan Cam, brought to you by Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Okay, we've covered the fans, the stars, the coaches. All that's left are top plays of the week, brought to you by IHOP. Take a look at our next game of the week. The Friday Night Blitz headed out to Bernie High School. Greyhounds hosting the Antonian Apaches. Our crew will be there. We'll have you covered, extended highlights and post-game reaction. Thanks for joining us tonight. We hope to see you right back here next weekend.